Hi, this is just a quick video to give you a brief tour of MyMathLab specific to our course. Once you're logged in, I wanted to point out a couple of things. You'll notice along the menu bar on the left-hand side, first of all, you may not see some of the things. They're kind of blocked off for you, but you'll see things like homework, quizzes and tests, study plan, gradebook. I just want to point out a couple of things as we go. First off, all of your homework is exactly where you'd expect to find it, in the Homework tab. So if you click on that, it'll take you to all the current homework assignments that are still open. It'll tell you when they're due, both the day and the time, and each one of them is a hot link that you can follow through with to be able to do the homework. Once you've attempted the homework, you can see over here whether there's a time limit, which there won't be, but any attempts that you've made and also what your score is once you've done it. So over here, you'll also see quizzes and tests. These are voluntary completely, and they are totally kind of free range. They're all over the place. So you'll notice a couple of things. Chapter 1, 2, 3, all these are tests. And then down here, chapter L1, L2, L3, all the way down to 10. So that leads me to the next point. By the way, these are all available and wide open. You can do them as many times as you want. And there's no grade for them. I don't get a report saying how many times you've tried them, but these are places you can go to test and practice a little bit. The other place you can go to test and practice is the study plan. Study plan is basically a way for you to kind of guide your specific thinking about what's going on. So you can, if you wanted to, kind of view particular chapters. So if you want to view all chapters, you can see all the chapters in the textbook. And then you can drill down. Like, for example, we're in the middle of L1, Introduction to Modeling, L2, L3, all these guys down here are what we're working on right now in the course at the beginning. So if you click on them, they open up and then you can drill down underneath. So if you're interested in variables and constants, these are particular skills that you can practice by clicking on them. It'll tell you how many particular problems are available. So there's one interpret variables problem you could try. There are a couple of other problems that you can try here. So worth playing around with. Again, completely voluntary. This is the sort of thing where if you know you need practice, this is the place to go to get that practice. But the the numbering of the chapters is a little bit strange. And we had talked about this in class already. The textbook for this course is actually two textbooks sort of fused together. The first one is this first 6 chapters. It's from a statistics textbook. And then the rest of these chapters are from an algebra textbook. And the only way that they could make the course and number them like that is to say 1 through 6, and then L1 through L6, and then L10. If you want to see what's what, you can always go to chapter contents, click on it, and it will open up so that you can view the entire textbook by chapter number, by section number. So if I go into section or chapter L2, that's the layman or the algebra text. And if I want to see what's in section L2.2, I click on that, and then I have an option to watch some videos. I can take a look at the online textbook, or I can work in the study plan. All three of these are worth messing around with, playing around with. Again, you can't break anything, and you can't go wrong by playing around with the items in MyMathLab. So if I click on the textbook, it'll open up the actual section of the text, the printed material, so I can practice a little bit, in this case with operations with fractions. It's also helpful in case I ever say, hey, finish these notes. The notes have section numbers on them. So layman section 2.2, if you wanted to, you could go in here and read this and be able to fill in the definitions and the notes. So the remainder of the stuff that's on here in MyMathLab, you'll get better use with later on. But for right now, that takes us to the kind of all the materials that you definitely need access to right away. The only other thing that you might want, course documents or instructor info down here, both of which will open up pages that have clickable links that you can follow to get access to course materials. So hopefully that gets you started, those of you who have never used MyMathLab before, and hopefully it helps those of you who have kind of find your way around.